Welcome to When Mothers Lead, a podcast created by Motherful, a soulful grassroots collective of single mothers. I'm Heidi.
And I'm Lisa.
And we will discuss how you can be a part of this movement and what the world will look like when mothers lead.
I see the mothers marching. I hear the mothers singing. I feel the mothers grieving. I see the mothers leading. I hear the mothers shouting. I see the mothers dancing. I feel the mothers healing. I see the mothers leading. I see the mothers healing.
Hello and welcome to When Mothers Lead, Matriarchy Now. This is the first episode of our new podcast. I'm Heidi House.
And I'm Lisa Woodward.
And we are the co-directors and co-founders of Motherful. Motherful is an organization here in Columbus, Ohio. We're located in Columbus, Ohio, and we are interested in moving the needle forward on building matriarchy around the world, building the matriarchal movement. And so we are talking with mother leaders, and we're talking today ourselves about our journey building this organization. We're 5 years old now, and we're really excited to be bringing mother leaders from around the world to you through this podcast.
And here in Columbus, our collective is about 400 moms. And we're also going to feature moms from our here and around the whole United States.
Mm-hmm. And globally. Yes, we're going to feature global mothers who lead and talk about our organization and bring our organization to the rest of the world as well. So I just wanted to start this episode with our narrative. So we have an amazing narrative for our organization, and I pulled it up here. And we are a soulful collective, a maternal force of nature, urging you to pull from every corner of who you are, fully empowering you to be unapologetically you and everything you're destined to be. Motherful serves as a source of power, a home away from home, where respect lives and love flourishes, where you and yours are in your element, embracing vulnerability, sharing strength, and celebrating play. We are single moms, but many women, badass warriors and gentle nurturers, passionate fighters and proud matriarchs all at once fortifying bonds and fulfilling the health and happiness of our families, fighting selflessly and selfishly for the ones we love, facing uncomfortable truths and saying fuck you to the stigmas thrust upon us. And when things get tough, we give more of ourselves and dig even deeper. That's why we care. We create, we fight like a mother.
Yes, that is sweet.
So yeah. I guess, to just explain what Motherful is, I don't know if you have your zine up, Lisa, but I can go ahead and read who we are. Motherful is a Black, Indigenous, mothers of color-led, multiracial grassroots collective of single mothers in Columbus, Ohio, whose mission is to support, empower, and nurture single mother families through community, education, resources, arts, and wellness. Founded in 2018 by single mothers for single mothers, Motherful is a living, breathing, radical vision of the collective future of motherhood. Our collective currently has 400 members and is growing. Our collective is a non-hierarchical, matriarchal organization focused on reproductive and gender justice, racial justice, climate justice, maternal justice, and the intersections where these meet. So I guess we can start. Lisa, do you want to talk?
Where did I meet you?
Where we met. We'll talk about the origin story of Motherful as the founders. We met in 2013, I believe, or 2014. Right?
Yeah, I think it was 14.
2014. and we were both working on an emotional intelligence training that some of our friends brought to Columbus, Ohio, and we started talking about being single moms.
Yeah, and all the gaps and what, we have in our arsenal as far as resources, and how we're looking out there for more. And so I was like, cool, let's start a spreadsheet. And so that was our first thing. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to make a whole sheet. And then from there, we start having community dinners, right? Or did I skip something?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was about 4 years. It took us about 4 years to get to the point where we were organizing, like organizing events, and finally made the leap and created our 501c3, or filed in the state of Ohio in 2018, in December 2018. And yeah, the first thing we did was bring single moms together with food over food and their families, because we thought, okay, there's going to be solidarity with other single moms. And also, I know, Lisa, you've been a mom longer than I have, about 10 years longer than I have. I know that we decided to basically come together and feed moms and figure out what was needed, right?
Yeah, because they'll come. We're feeding them, and then we're going to talk. We're going to have a guest speaker and also find out what these moms need. And that's what we start doing. And we encourage them to bring your friends, and we start circling up back then.
Yes. And so we did community dinners and some coffee talk for a couple of years, and we did some mutual aid fundraisers for moms in the first couple of years. And then in 2020, we really ignited when the pandemic hit. That really kind of put a fire under us to support moms even more. Right?
Yeah, and we're so thankful for Dough Mama. Shout out to everybody over there, Perry and
That's
the
right.
crew.
Yeah,
that's where we had our initial meetings. If you need pies during the holidays, Dough Mama,
and
Clintonville, Ohio.
They also hosted our first pantry efforts, right?
Yes,
we started bringing food when the shop was closed down during the pandemic, right? To her cafe was shut down, and she said that we could meet there and distribute food from there. So we did. Right? That's when we started getting food from the Community Shares program from Trader Joe's, which is not affiliated with any larger food conglomerate or food bank. So we have our own. We started our own food pantry, basically with just the collective and utilizing this space that our friend had. So we had some grandmothers. Some grandmothers operating the first pantry pickup days. Yeah,
they would come in, and we would pre-pack all the boxes back then.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't have any extra because we had no storage. So everybody got 4 loaves of bread just because we share. So we made these boxes, and people would drive up and we would put them in their car.
Yeah. And that was the beginning days. Now we're feeding 75 families a week with groceries in our collective, approximately 75 families a week. And we're also giving away, cash to moms whenever we can. We're also doing lots of different kinds of programming, which we'll talk about more. But I know some people ask us, like, Lisa, what were you doing before Motherful that kind of qualified you? Or some people say, what were you doing before that qualified you to, found this nonprofit or, direct this nonprofit? And I think that's an interesting question. So I'm curious what you would say. Tell us about what you did before Motherful, because now you're doing Motherful full time.
Yeah. My background is in being a personal assistant, executive assistant, operations manager. So I did that for a while in New York City. I lived there for 11 years, supporting small businesses, And then I moved back to Columbus, and I started working for an industrial design firm, a local firm called Trident Design. And so I supported inside of helping inventors with ideas, bringing them to life. And I also always did finding. I love researching and digging for information. So all those things put together, and just my different travels and the emotional training that Heidi and I met at just led me to like, okay, I think, that's where I came from. And I think I have like a lot to move forward in supporting with an org like this. And I have 3 girls. That's a big thing. I was a mom at 17. I'm a teen mom. So I feel that journey was difficult, but because I love to dig for information, I was able to find all the resources that helped me move faster through that period. And so I also wanted to give that back. So that's kind of what shaped me to where we're at. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, awesome. So I definitely have always been an entrepreneur. In my whole adult life, I started out as a musician. I was a full-time musician, and also music teacher, teaching private lessons. I'm a singer-songwriter and a poet.
Woo!
So I also did a lot of copywriting along the way as a writer. So mainly as an artist, I've been making a life. And I became a single mom in 2010. And so I was a single mom for about a decade. I'm recently remarried, and I have a new baby in my marriage. And yay.
The motherful baby.
Yeah, so I was a musician and an artist, and I also did some organizing with a nonprofit here in town called City Music Columbus. I was the executive director of that in my early single mom days. And I also am a healing artist. And so I was doing shamanic healing for quite a few years before starting Motherful. And I think all of those experiences, but especially mothering, is what qualifies me to be able to juggle a lot of different things. And I really believe in the power of mothers as leaders, in that we already are leaders. We're leading our children, we're leading our households, we're leading in so many ways. And so I'm really excited to be here after 5 years at Motherful, and looking forward to what's next for the organization, what's next for us, what's next for Motherful Global, and I'm really, I think being a single mom really was a very, very, very difficult experience, and I know it is such a difficult experience for so many moms, including yourself. Still is difficult every day, and challenging. And even with the experience and wisdom that you have, it just feels like there's never enough, there's never enough hands, there's never enough time, there's never enough resources. And so we really, coming from that lived experience of single motherhood and the, I like to call it the ritual abandonment of single mothers and their children that happens in our society. I think we still live in the that empathy and compassion, and want single mothers to have better lives, and their children to have better lives, and we recognize that help was not coming. That nobody's coming to save us, and so we've got to organize single mothers, especially, but all mothers really, to organize mothers to bring the resources to the mothers that need them, and also to organize politically to bring those resources to mothers and children on a larger scale. The people's money, bring that to mothers and children on a larger scale. So we're definitely advocating for family leave. We're advocating for reproductive rights. We're advocating for resource redistribution, right?
Yes.
all
that
kinds of
guaranteed income, universal income.
yeah, we're working on all of those things within our organization and alongside other organizations. So that's it's exciting and challenging work.
Yeah, it's very challenging, but it's super fun. I'm so passionate about it. I breathe Motherful every day. Heidi does too.
Yes.
It's so fulfilling to do this and just support with single moms. I was raised by a single mom, and so all of the challenges that I've seen, growing up, and challenges I had being a single mom. I have three fathers of my children. Through all my kids have different fathers. I have three kids, and and they range in age. So I am happy that I have an experience through many years and can give back. And my youngest is still in middle school, so I still need support. And I'm glad I'm in this community because I'm not alone. I feel hugged every day by all these moms, and that feels good. Anytime someone asks, "Do you have support?" Yeah, Motherful.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our moms feel that way. Most of them do.
Yeah. So what else should we talk about?
Well, we have a lot of resources, honey. Let me talk you. We are so innovative and just brainstorming for everything that could truly help the mom and help us every day. We have a laundry soap refillery, which is super cool. You can come and just fill up whenever you need soap, and we plan to add some more items there as well.
Right. So Lisa, your brilliance and your brilliance has brought so many cool programs into our collective, like the refillery, and also the clothing swap is something that we do. So quarterly we have a clothing swap where moms bring their stuff and can
And
shop
our
for new
donors
stuff.
and supporters give us tons of stuff, and we
It's totally free.
Yeah.
And that's always a
Shoepalooza.
fun time. Shoepalooza, we got shoes.
Yeah.
And of course, we're all about repurposing. We're all about refilling, recycling. We compost. In our food pantry, we compost a lot of food.
Probably about 30,000 pounds a year at this point.
Okay. And we have a community garden that we started in 2020 alongside our pantry, which is a beautiful teaching garden. It's also a spot where, of course, we get food and medicinal herbs. We have mothers making, tinctures, teas, different burnables, bundles that we
Bundle
burn.
sage and herbs.
Yeah, we do a monthly mom's night out, which brings moms out of the house, gets them together in fellowship.
Yeah.
We just had a bonfire at a local farm. That was really fun.
We have lots of partners like the farm that gives us other produce as well.
Yeah. And we are also partnered with City of Columbus now, which is a really exciting thing. We're doing a community conversation coming up soon about the election that's happening in November. We're doing a community conversation with one of our mentor organizations, Ohio Women's Alliance, whom we love. Go follow them, ohiowomens'alliance.org. So we'll be doing talks about the issue 1, which is on the ballot. And it's really about enshrining abortion rights in the Constitution of Ohio so that will no longer be under threat, that our abortion rights, our healthcare rights, reproductive health rights. Really excited about those conversations coming up. So if you are in Columbus area, definitely vote. This time we're voting yes on issue 1. So that's exciting work. We're doing what we can to advocate for reproductive justice.
Yes.
Yes, we're also partners with the Ohio Climate Justice Fund. So we do conversations around climate justice with our moms. Of course,
Yes. One of our moms, her name's Jasmine Wooten. She did this beautiful yoni. So we're going to check it out. Yeah. So pretty. She does awesome art. We also have art in our mission. We've had 2 full performance art shows, and we've had 1 artist in residency come, and we learned how to do giant puppets that we've taken on a few actions and just for pictures, and when we march, that are super awesome, and they were also in the show. What other art have we been doing? In our garden, each garden bed is named after a goddess, and so the same artist that did the yoni worked with the moms and did art for each of our garden beds. So that's really nice. We also, which is amazing, killer. We were in brand camp last year. Brand camp. You're back for brand camp because big up to Ology, Canvas, all those folks. They picked us and another org to redo their branding. They were focused on a women's org, and we were chosen, and they poured like all their love into us, and they got all our information and talked to our donors and supporters and created all new branding for us. So when you go to our website and you see our logo with the boob, gotta have the boob. That was part of our rebranding. Yeah. We forgot to tell them what we started as.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we started, and our 501c is registered under the name Mothers in Arms. It was meant to be a double entendre, of course, because we are revolutionary mothers. And then with, of course, the issues we have going on, especially in this country around guns and gun control, someone had asked us like if we were affiliated with the NRA, and we are absolutely not affiliated with the NRA. So we came up with another name that comes from the book Revolutionary Mothering, which is a beautiful collection of essays, love on the front lines, and so the Khadija Matin, I think is her name. It came from a quote which was, "Not fatherless, how about motherful?" And so we shifted our name to Motherful. So we're Mothers in Arms doing business as Motherful, which is a really feels aligned to us, and I love the name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love it too. At first I was like, change it, but it means we're octopus. We're doing all the things. But I'm like, okay. Yeah. It grew on me. It's sweet.
It was a process. Process. We changed the name in 2020, right? So it's been 3 years now. So, yeah. But if you see Mothers in Arms anywhere, that's us too. And we're still revolutionary. We're still up in arms about the state of motherhood in this country, especially, and around the world. And we're also embracing mothers every day, embracing each other, and building a new experience for moms, hopefully. Some of the goals that we have include, building co-housing communities, and starting here in Columbus. We're excited about an upcoming project that we'll share more later once that's more solidified. And we hope to eventually build an eco-village here in Ohio for moms, Motherful moms, to live and work at, and then also
acres.
We hope, yes, many acres, and then also we plan to take the blueprint of the Motherful Collective and share it with single mom collectives around the world, and mothers who want to organize as well in their communities, and we're excited about that. So
yes, when mothers heal, the world heals.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so we are really excited about our podcast, When Mothers Lead, Matriarchy Now. We have some amazing guests coming this season, and we're going to be launching all of these episodes for you to peruse at once. And we're really excited about all the guests that are coming on. So we hope that you will send us your questions. If you have questions, you can send questions to info@motherful.org, and we would be happy to answer them. If you have, topics you want us to cover, send us your ideas. But really, we are a part of a larger worldwide movement of building matriarchal values into our world again, so that we can stop the war machine, so that we can, so that we can build a better world for all of us to live in. And our question at the end of the podcast is always to our guests is going to be, when mothers lead, what will the world be like? So I'm going to ask you, Lisa, when mothers lead, what will the world be like?
What would the world smell like? It just smells like roses. It's utopia. It's beautiful. It's lush. It will be lush. People will be happy, calm, healthy. It would just, there would be no anxiety. I mean, there would be communication. Kids would be happy everywhere. It would just be an awesome thing when mothers lead. Yes.
Yeah.
There's no more bills. Everybody's working in collective spaces. Yeah. To make things, people are making their own food. We're going to have hydroponic food towers. And I'm going to end, you know what I'm going to say now? We're going to have robot nannies.
Oh my goodness. Robot nannies.
I'm really into the future shift and how that's going to look for moms everywhere. Yeah. So I'm really into that too.
Lisa's dreaming about her robot nanny.
Humanoid. Yeah.
Yes. I would say when mothers lead, the earth will be healed. The earth will heal, and we'll be able to heal. I love that you brought healing into it. And yeah, when mothers lead, let's get these mothers into leadership, especially into government, so that we can shift the way things happen.
Yes.
So, yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I want to say, did you guys hear that song when the episode started? Heidi, we want to say we love your songs that you recorded and created for the collective with your team, and it was perfect.
Yes. Go check out When Mothers Lead at every place you can get music, and download it and enjoy it and share it with your mother friends.
Yes.
The vision for that song is, a million moms marching on Washington singing that song. And
go call your mother.
Go call your mother.
Call your mother today.
Or light the candle on her ancestor altar and give her some love. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Lisa. I love you.
Thank you, Heidi. Love you too.
Till next time.
I see the mothers marching. I hear the mothers singing. I feel the mothers grieving. I see the mothers leading. I hear the mothers shouting. I see the mothers dancing.